Hi, this is Amy with Momma-Builds. Come build with me. So today I'm in my Momma-Builds world where I do all sorts of crazy tutorials. And as you may already know, I've done a rainbow house and a four-leaf clover house and a pot of gold um, because it's almost St. Patty's Day. And in honor of St. Patty's Day, I thought those would be very fun to build. I've never built any of those kinds of builds before, but today I thought, St. Patty's Day, spring is coming around the corner. Let's do a flower to kind of go with my spring St. Patty's builds. Now, here's the thing. I was just like, okay, am I going to build just a flower or do I want to build a flower that has like the capability of being a house? So it would be like a flower house, but I don't know if I really want to do that. Maybe I could just do a flower and then I can see if it would be prudent to make a house out of a flower. I don't know. But let's do this. Okay, so we've got a little bit of just like a regular straight stalk of a stem here. Nothing fancy. I mean, we could put like a door right here and you could go up. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we're going to do something like that or not. But technically, I guess you could. All right. So here comes like the tricky part. The thing about building something that you want to have curvature is a little more difficult in Minecraft. So I've got my stem here. I did 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 stem. Once you come up to the side here, I go one up, one up, one up. So it's kind of at like a curve, right? So that means I need to have at least 4 coming up on this side. So we have this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in addition to that, and we're just going to come straight across like so. Now, what that means is we are also going to come straight across like so. All right, so that means that I'm going to need to come underneath and just put a layer to thicken it up. That might be, I don't know why I was thinking I had to do that many. I don't want that many. All right, I like that better. So now we're going to go up from here. So it's pretty thick here. Then it gets pretty thin pretty fast. So let's add another layer to thicken it up. That's better. We can even do another layer like so. And then we're going to bring this layer all the way up. So I think we pretty much lost the idea that you're going to go up the stem and it's going to be like a flower house. Probably not. So there we go. We have a stem here, comes up straight, goes on the diagonal, and then it comes up straight again. I would like to do 1, 2, 3. So it's really 3 thickness here, and this one's 4. So I think I'm going to come out to 4 right there. I don't think I'm going to taper it off just yet. Okay, so it's about the same thickness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. So we have enough thickness on the diagonal. I like that. That works. So then we can start coming in. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I would like to see what it looks like if we kind of taper off the height as we go. But I don't know if I really want to make it big enough to be able to do that, make it look right. See how that looks kind of goofy? I don't love it. So I wish there was a green stair so we could make it more of a diagonal, you know what I mean? There's just not going to be a way to do that. So let's take this off because it's just too wide. There we go. So now that feels a little more gradual. I might take this guy up a little bit, at least 1 block. So it feels like we're getting, the stalk is getting thinner at a gradual rate, which is more realistic. So flowers will often have like these little leaves that come off the bottom of the blossom. And so I don't want them all to be on the corner. So there we go. So it's not symmetrical. I don't want it to be. I want it to have a little bit of an organic look to it. I think maybe we'll do one right there. I don't want it to be all the same. So now let's start building up. So I have pink wool, pink concrete, and magenta concrete. I don't know exactly how I wanted. I think I'm going to start with the pink concrete. I also have white concrete because I want to try to make some variation, maybe some highlights. So I'm going to place kind of my anchor blocks here that I'm going to build off of. And I think I kind of need to decide what type of flower do I want to do. And there's a part of me that wants to do kind of like a daisy with petals, and there's a part of me that wants to keep it a little easier for my first big flower and maybe do like a tulip. So let's start with the tulip. And then if that turns out well, maybe I'll come back and we'll do a like a Gerber style daisy. So I'm just gonna do a big like square, and then I'm going to taper off some of the corners to round it out a little bit and see if we can't make this look like a tulip. Alright, so there's some basic shape. Obviously, it looks like a giant square. So we're going to have to add some layering and some more detail. So I'm going to come up in the middle here. I'm going to go around the perimeter. I think I'm going to come up. Like so. 2 might be much, but let's see what it looks like. Alright, that's alright. That's kind of a nice little core. Let's see if we can take off some of the corners and give it a little bit more of a rounded look. Alright, I like that. So do we like an even more rounded look here? I don't think that one's going to work. I could do something like that though, but I feel like maybe that's a little too much. I don't know. So now the thing is, okay, so I have like, it kind of looks like a bud. Doesn't really look all that flowery yet. Um, but it's a nice basic shape. We've got the stem. We have our little leaves hanging down at the bottom of the flower. I think it's a pretty good start. So let's take a break from our flower part here and let's make some leaves coming off. The question is, do I want to get bigger than that? If I do, I think I want to do some lighter green to give it a little more uh, depth and dimension. Alright, I'm liking how that looks. It's not as light as I was thinking it was going to be. The terracotta lime is a little darker. I might take that out and use just the regular concrete lime so that there's more contrast, because you can almost not even tell that I did that. So that's better. I like that a little better. In fact, I think I might come up here like this. Give little bit there. I'm going to come over here with a little bit of the lime, like so. Just kind of give it a little bit more. I might find a way to do like a lime block there on each side. Okay. So now the question is, we've got our stem, we've got our leaf. Our stem has a little bit of the light lime to give it a little more dimension. What are we going to do to make this tulip come to life? So I have a couple of different ideas, and I don't know if I'm going to like any of them, but let's try them out. So in my mind's eye, I thought, okay, well, we could easily, add this wool to the outer part of the tulip just to give it a little more dimension, give it a little texture, because the concrete blocks are smooth and flat, and for some things that's great, but sometimes it's nice when you can use the wool or the concrete powder to give it a little bit more dimension. So I like that. I think at the very least I need to do that. Alright, so there is my budded flower. I think I like that. I think that will work for me. You To me it kind of looks like a bud, but it also looks like a not completely open tulip. So you can really say it's either. This is a spring flower, either a tulip or a bud. I do like it though. I think that works out okay. I'm excited to try my next one with petals. I'm a little intimidated, but I'm excited to try it. So I think I'm going to come down here and I'm just really quick, like, I feel like this guy is just a little too thick. And I've been thinking it the whole time, and I was just going to ignore it. But I decided, don't ignore it. Just do it, Momma-Builds. Just fix it the way you want to. I think that's better. I like that better. Alright, guys. So I ended up with a 3x3, 3x3 square. I went up about, I don't know, about 8. Then we came out a little bit. At a diagonal. Then we went up 3x3 for a little bit longer. Then I went to 2. Yeah, I like it. Then I did the square. I took some off the corners. And then just added my wool around in the bits that I thought could use um, a little highlighting, a little texture. And I think that works, guys, for our first spring bud. I like how it turned out. So you guys, as always, please like and subscribe. Come on back for more. I'm going to do some more spring and St. Patty's and Easter builds if you're interested in that. I also have a Bikini Bottom world where I'm finishing up that world. I have about 42 videos of tours of different builds that I've done in that world, along with some tutorials that I've now started with pipe houses. I just did a bus station and a Bikini Bottom bus that was a lot of fun. So come on back, keep watching the videos, Keep letting me know what you want to see more of, what you think of what's being built, and like, subscribe. And as always, you guys have a wonderful day. It's beautiful and sunny where I'm at. I hope it's nice where you're at too. And keep building.